So for a recap, we finished create user. Uh, so what it does is it creates a user, adds the user to the database, save changes, and updates the user ID. For delete user, it finds the user first, then removes the user from the database. For find user by email, just searches for the email of the user, then it uses this assign property. This assign property was the one that optimistically assigns, you know, all the properties that match between user model and user. However, we said for security purpose we would remove the password, so we'd set the password to null, right, and return the model back. All right. Get permissions, we've treated that as well. What it does is it goes to role permissions, it joins user roles, and then based on the IDs it matches them together. Get roles is very similar. So what this does is it will just return db.set role dot where I think I could just use find straight away. Find user ID, then assign. Okay, so let's call this user. So let's call this roles. Oh, seeing the mistake. Dot where r dot role ID is equal to r dot user ID. Oh, hold on, I need to get it user roles first, right? So r dot user ID is that. Oh, let me make it simpler. Let me make it into a query from user role in db set user role from from where? Yeah, where user role dot user ID equal to what? User ID where role in Abi. Yeah, what I now need to do is select user role dot role, right? So this returns all the rows back. So what I now need to do is I said that so many times. We have query dot to array, query dot to array here, dot select, that executes the array immediately. So it executes the query immediately. Let me write it in a clearer way. So let's call this rows equal to query to array. Then I will now say rows dot select r goes to new row model dot assign r, that just assigns all the row properties, dot to array. So I return this. Okay. Why is it unhappy? Oh, list, sorry, to list. Okay, although an array would be more performant though. An array will be more performant because we don't want to be tampering with the rows list, so an array is better. Okay, so what I now need to do is change it in the interface as well. In the interface, this will be row model array. Get rows, or get user by ID. The user, this should be easy because I could just say find. Okay. What find does is if the user already exists in memory, it will return it. Otherwise, it will go to the DB and search for it. So sometimes find is more performant than just manually, running a query every single time. So we find that user and we return new user model, assign user. But like we said, we don't want people to tamper with the password, so we don't want to return the password back. So we say var model, go to new, model, go to this, put a semicolon. We now have model dot model dot password equal to what? Password equal to null. So just return the model back. Then remove user from row. This is a bit tricky because first I have to let's see. Remember what we said about having this account queries only do queries alone, so it shouldn't do any form of validation or any of the sort. I think the problem is with role name, because we store our roles in the DB as a object. What should be here should just be role ID instead, rather than, so you just supply the user, supply the ID of the role, and it will remove the user from that role. So the way that will work is we have role ID here, change this to an int. Let's go to the definition. Let's remove user from row. Sorry, let's go to, let me just go straight to the interface. This will be an int, this will be role ID, like this. Alright, cool. So what we now need to do next, this is still happening here. What we now need to do next is here, we will now, but first of all I need to see where is this guy getting called. Okay, this is where it's getting called. I need to validate user. Actually, I validate the role, so I say role equal to queries dot get role by name. That's the query we need to perform. Supply the role name. So this will be role dot role ID. Okay, so I need to supply this method. So role model. Okay, so this is how I validate. So I'll say if role is not null, throw new. If role is null, rather, role new exception, say invalid role name. So if rule is null, invalid role name. Otherwise, it should go ahead and supply the rule ID. For consistency again, let's call this rule ID like this. Okay, so what now happens next is, if we go back to, we now need to go to our queries and implement that as well. So remove user from role, we give it user ID, role ID. So conceptually speaking, this would be akin to saying delete from user roles, where user ID is equal to that and role ID equal to that. So if we were to implement it as SQL, that's what we would put here. Okay, but since we're using entity framework, what we now need to do is, first of all, we need to query for db.set of user role, where equals to u dot